Every time a man will pull out a shot glass from underneath the table like this, I'd be like, yeah! I love your cats. Yeah, they will slap the shit out of you. They're unpredictable, and they probably will bite you, so please. Welcome to your favorite podcast. It's Full Coverage with your host, Laura Lee and
Manny MUA. Hi, guys. The way we just did the intro, we're like, ew. And now we're back to reality. And now we're back.
We have a little rapid fire action for you guys, meaning, you know, the hot topics will be discussed. We have P. Diddy. We have Abby and Matt, which is some crazy ass.
Get them. No, honestly, there's just like a lot going on in the world of pop culture. So, we like to bring it to you every time.
Yes.
You know, we like to bring it to the balls every time.
Bring it to the runway.
Uh-huh.
Yep. I try to wear my hair up on podcast day so I don't touch it the entire time, but I fear I wore it down.
You're going to be touching it.
The entire time.
Laura, the way you have the lightest armpits I've ever seen.
I do.
Bro, they're like as if you have vitiligo on your armpits.
But you know what's so crazy?
I live.
People ask me all the time how I get my armpits so light, and I don't know.
You don't know.
But I will tell you my armpit hair is very fine. It's like almost the razor doesn't cut it.
Right.
It's not like the coarse puby hair. You know what I mean?
Right,
Which is a natural
like
textured armpit hair.
Yes.
It's like almost like the hair on my head, which is very wispy and fine.
Yes.
And so sometimes when I run a razor over it, I have to take scissors and trim it because it doesn't slice the hair. And I think when you have like the coarser hair, it leaves maybe a little bit darkness. And I think it has to do with the fine hair.
The friction maybe?
Well, the hair coming up, you know, like if you had stubble on your face, it would be like a shadow.
Yes.
I think like naturally armpit hair leaves like a dark shadow.
Got it.
And because mine is like hair head,
invisible.
Yeah. Like you can braid it. It's not curly either. My armpit hair's straight.
Yeah.
Isn't
That's so
crazy?
Fascinating.
Yeah.
No, because right now, like the juxtaposition with like the black shirt.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
like, oh, shit.
And the armpits, they are very bright.
They're like luminescent.
They are. Look at that. Wow, for our listeners, you're missing out.
Maybe you're missing out on this pit action.
Yeah.
That is
pit
hilarious.
Action.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's my peak.
It's your gorgeous clean pit.
My armpits. I love them.
Okay, so do you want to do peak or pit first? That's
I'll
the
do pit.
Oh, Laura, please give us the pit from hell.
I done did it. I got injured again. And the ankle took another hit.
You guys, the ankle of doom has hit again.
It is tore up, honey. Okay, so went on a bike ride. And we were going down a hill. And then we were in the bike lane chilling. And the hill kind of took like a pretty sharp curve, but I was ready for it. Mm-hmm. You know, I saw it was curving, so we curved. But as soon as we got around the corner, there's like this area where water it kind of stays stagnant. I will say like stagnant water where water is constantly oozing. They should put like a sewer there or something to catch it or a sign because it's in the bike lane. And it just created this like mud, leaves, sticks, slush. Like the pavement is kind of green with moss from the water just constantly being there in that area. So I didn't see it because we were coming around the corner. And as soon as we got around the corner, obviously I saw it. So I slammed on brakes because I'm like, holy shit, my bike, it's too thick to go through like the puddle. You know what I mean? And as soon as my bike hit it, I'm talking about as soon as it hit it, my back wheel like hydroplaned and went out, and I just went boom, and I ate shit so hard, you guys. And
I've never seen you eat shit like that.
I've never been injured this bad. I really don't think in my lifetime I've had this many cuts and scrapes. I don't think.
Embedded rocks.
My only bad injury, I think, that I remember, my mom accidentally ran over my pinky with a rocking chair and flattened it out. Ripped my big toenail off. Which that was a doozy.
That's dark.
I was at summer camp and they opened the big doors and my toe was just lifted and it caught it and just took it off. It was bloody massacre. So that was a pretty bad one. Sprained my ankle in Riverside, and then here the bike ride though I feel like it's possibly
it's the more
worst.
Bloody, most intense.
It is
like
fierce. Yeah, I had to go get a tetanus shot.
You gotta get a tetanus shot. Like, you've never had an injury. We gotta get a tetanus shot
No,
before?
never. So I did get stung in the foot by a wasp like 6 or 7 times. That was deadly. That was feral. Probably the most painful one. But anyways, so the bike went down and we were going down a hill. So unfortunately, we were like back down the road, like my body, and this bike is heavy as fuck because it's a Super 73 bike. Never wrecked my bike like this before.
It's like metal. It's like heavy as hell.
It is heavy as hell. So it's not like a regular bike. The battery alone on it is like 20 pounds. So anyways, the bike fell on top of my right side and just tore my leg to pieces. Okay, I got road rash. And when I got up, I was like, honestly, I was just like, when I got up, I was like, Ty picked me up. Ty actually slammed on brakes because he was kind of on my ass, and if he kept going, he would have literally ran my body over with his heavy ass bike. And I'm gonna tell you, I would have been in the hospital probably if he would have ran me over with his bike, because that would have crushed me. Anyways, so he slammed on brakes and kind of like threw his bike and jumped off of it. Yeah, like he kind of like went over his handlebars, but he caught himself and landed on his feet, and he ran over and he picked me up, and like I was like so covered in mud and leaves and dirt and shit all over, both of my hands covered too. Couldn't see any wounds, could not see. I'm talking about dark mud just all the way. So like I couldn't see anything that had happened to me. So I was hurting everywhere. Like this whole side of my body was hurting because I just completely wiped out on it. And I was like, I can't see what's going on. Let's just go home. I was like, I can't even do anything right now. I was like, let's go home. So unfortunately, we had to go all the way home
and ride back.
Luckily, it was electric bike, to be honest with you, though, because on the ride home, I was able to like stick my leg out and go, and just had the leg prop because the knee and everything was just a mess, mangled even.
You were like a lion got you.
I was. Even in my hands had rocks stuck in it. I still have one more little rock I got to get out right there.
No.
Rocks all embedded everywhere. And so I'm in the shower trying to wash off. There's just scrapes and cuts everywhere. There's blood everywhere. It's just a mess. And I have the antibacterial soap and I'm cleaning it really, really good. And the soap keeps getting hooked on something on my leg. And I look down and a whole ass stick is sticking out of my leg. And it's so deeply embedded. I had to like cut my leg open to get the stick out.
No.
It was crazy. Like it was like, oh my God, my ankle tore up again. My whole thigh took the worst of it.
Yeah, I mean, my thigh was like.
If you guys want to see pictures, it's on TikTok for sure. Yeah. Like I did like a little close up so you guys can see what happened. But, yeah, it was a mess. And so I was like, honestly, I just saw this TikTok where this man let his dog lick him in the face, which I'm going to say I am a cat lover, but I would let a dog lick me in the face if I were owner.
I let Zay lick me in the face every day.
I'm going to be the first to admit it. Like, I don't even judge this man because I know for a fact if I had a dog, I would let it lick me.
I opened my mouth and let Zay lick inside.
Oh, I'm sure you let her clean the food out of the back of your teeth. I'm sure you do.
But I do let her lick me in the face every day.
So the thing is, the dog had been playing like a little pond with the other dogs, like no big deal. And then the dog had picked up a bacteria, and the man, now he doesn't have a nose or arms or legs because he got the flesh-eating disease, the bacteria, flesh-eating bacteria. But they say that bacteria is so rare to affect humans, meaning if you did get it on you, it typically wouldn't even affect you because our immune systems. So they said this is just so incredibly rare. It's just like a freak thing. But I see this, and then literally when we started our bike ride, we ran over a very, very small puddle of water, but it splashed a little on our legs, and I go, ew, Ty, don't get nasty, swampy water on you. I was like, because the man with the flesh-eating disease, and he goes, no, it's okay to get it on you. You just can't get it in any orifice or in you. And I was like, you're right. You know, we were joking. You were making light of it,
of course.
We were joking. Cut to me 10 minutes later,
literally embedded
with slime, rock, stagnant water, and I was like, "Oh my God, I'm gonna get the flesh
like this,
literally sticking out rocks and like embedded under my skin." So I was like, "Well, now I'm gonna get it."
No, literally.
So I immediately, honestly, because so much was in my skin, I went and got a tetanus shot.
100%.
And it is highly recommended if you get road rash because there's so much bacteria and debris on the road. It is highly recommended to get a tetanus shot. And so I did the TD, I believe it's called. And I immediately did. I was just like, I can't risk it. But the tetanus shot does not protect you against that flesh-eating disease.
Why did I think it did?
I know, me too.
I was like, oh, great.
That's
so you're
why
fine.
I was getting it. And it doesn't. I looked it up. It doesn't.
Well, luckily you have the immune system of a ox.
It's true.
Even.
It's true.
I feel like your immune system could kill many things.
And it did.
Like, I feel like you are okay.
Yeah.
But it's so crazy that even happened in the first place because you don't like really, you can be clumsy at times and like you'll fall and like things like that. but you're never like getting really hurt.
God, no.
Ever. Like this was like a fucking doozy for you.
One. It kind of threw my week off too because the tetanus shot kind of made me feel bad the next day, and then I couldn't lift my arm for 4 days. But then this whole side of my body was completely tore the fuck up, and so like I was having trouble walking and getting pants on. Was the problem because the pants would rub the massive wound. So it was just like a total mess. But to be honest with you, it's been exactly 1 week since it happened, and I am like a million times better.
Thank God. Yeah. I told Laura she heals like Wolverine.
I do.
Because she posted a photo, it was like 3 days later. I said, that's 2 weeks later, actually.
Girl.
Because like, it was like literally crazy how fast you had healed. And I was like, she has X Factor in her.
Yep, I must. It's the Dr.
Is a powerpuff girl. Because there's just no way.
It's all the Dr. Pepper.
It's Dr. Pepper. It's feeding into your skin cells.
Yep.
But I was like, this is crazy for you. Honestly, what a blessing that you didn't get more hurt.
Blessing.
It's such a blessing that you were okay, because I remember you telling me when you hit the ground, like you hit your arm and you didn't hit your head. Like that is like. And
I could have knocked my teeth out.
Oh
Someone
my God.
was telling me, they were like, I just got in a bike wreck and like, you know, my friend like knocked their teeth out, and like I could have broken my leg the way that bike fell on my leg. I could have literally snapped my leg in half, and I ended up with scratches.
Tyler could have ran over you,
bro, and like, killed my ass.
Horrible.
Like I could have broken my arm. Like anything could have happened. Anything could happen, and I got scratches for such a aggressive wreck. I came out with scratches. So to be honest with you, like the next morning, actually that night, I was like, wrote in my grateful journal, like literally how grateful I was to literally be just fine, truly. I really was.
A blessing,
because
truly.
It could have taken many a turns. And yes, I will still be riding my bike. And people are like, how's the bike? The bike is great.
Bike those Super 73s?
Besides it being covered in mud, because it also got covered, the bike has one scratch on it because my body was a human shield for the bike to protect the bike.
100%. And those are literally industrial ass bikes.
They are.
They're almost like motorcycle vibes.
Yeah, I've never really wrecked my bike before, so I'm kind of like pissed that I did that, but it's cool. I'm still gonna ride it.
Yeah, exactly. And I was like, I feel like it's.
I've been riding since 2018. That's how long I've been doing super. I'm on my second one.
I've been riding dirty since 2018. It's very much like a bike game. Yes, it's very much a bike game.
I am a biker. Okay. It's my hobby. Like it's my thing. So I refuse to give it up. 100%. I'm just gonna wear pants.
Not based off of a fall.
If I would have wore pants, it was so hot. It was 110 that day though. I couldn't. But I did have biker shorts on. But if I had been wearing pants, I probably wouldn't have gotten anything.
I mean, you probably would have gotten like some burns, but not like scraped like that. No.
It would have been like nothing. But yeah. I'll probably do like leggings and like high socks from now on.
I was just like, you're even jeans.
Just in case, yeah.
That would protect you a lot more than a legging only. At least you're okay, girl, because honestly, that's terrifying.
It's crazy. But anyways, that's my pit. But
that's a pit from hell.
It is a pit from hell.
We were talking about it, and I was like, girl, this is literally the pit from fucking hell.
It took a turn.
A very dark turn, even.
Took a turn.
Okay, I don't know if I want to do my pit or I want to do my peak.
Do your pit.
I'm gonna do my pit. It's a funny pit. It was a shocking pit. I was at Laura's house the other day, and so we did like a cute little Korean barbecue game night, very chill, very cute vibes, and they have this fun ass freaking game that's like the Fruit Ninja. What's it called? Oculus?
On the Oculus. It's the VR headset where you wear the headset.
It's like the VR Oculus headset, and we were playing it, and we're like doing the thing, and honestly, it's so much fun. I literally was sore the next day, like slightly on my sides. I was like, Laura was not fucking kidding. Like when you're doing the side movements constantly, you do get like a little sore from that shit. The obliques, they get you on the sides.
It gets it.
It was just such a funny thing. It like literally took me aback. I was playing. I was in the middle of doing it. And I was laughing, and I was like laughing at Laura because Laura was talking to me about something. Tyler, the demon that he is, Tyler decides that it'd be so funny to get Lou's tail and like try to tickle the underneath of my nose while I'm playing it to like startle me. My mouth was wide open. The tail, you guys, the tail like this.
Cat tail
the whole tail
his mouth.
went inside my mouth. I'm like, I literally start choking on Lou's tail, and I'm literally like,
first of all, Tyler's sick.
He's sick. Yeah, it was so funny. Laura's on the phone. She's like, well, how'd you do that? Still texting, like getting something done, and she's like, Tyler, you're nasty.
He is nasty.
And I was
you
like,
put a cat tail at me about. First of all,
I literally felt like Ace Ventura.
How dare you with my cat? How dare you pick up my cat and touch his tail?
First of all,
First
that's
of all.
first and foremost. I honestly, you guys, I wish Lou went around and went across
I'm
Tyler's
surprised
face.
he didn't.
What if he did?
Lou will fuck you up.
Lou's the one that will get you.
Do you know how people, whenever you go to their house, they're always like, no, my dog doesn't bite. They're
Yes,
fine.
yes.
Which I can't stand that shit because
'Cause
all
like,
y'all's dogs bite.
they
All
biting.
y'all's fucking dogs bite.
They be biting.
This is what I say when you come to my house. Oh, I love your cats. Yeah, they will slap the shit out of you. They're unpredictable.
Especially
And
that
they
one.
probably will bite you. So please.
Laura's a realist. Actually, it's so funny because Laura will, like, when people come over, like, oh my God, can I hold him? And she's like, at your own risk.
Yeah, I'm
like
like,
he's not the type to want to be held.
Yeah, I'm like, if he wants to get
Especially cats
down,
in
he will
general.
fuck you up.
Cats are they can be finicky with like how they're
Yes.
just feeling. Like they get
And
a
I don't
little
play that
whim.
they don't bite game. Honey.
Mm-mm.
You come
'Cause
to
they
my
will.
house, you will get bit.
You will get bit. I will say, like, for like my dog, she's actually like never bitten.
Oh, here
once.
we go.
I swear,
My dog
on my
doesn't
soul,
bite.
my dog has never bit one.
If you tell me your dog
time.
doesn't bite, I swear to fucking God.
My dog doesn't bite, Laura.
I can't stand dog owners. This is what they do.
They don't.
This
She
is what they
doesn't
do.
bite, dude.
Until they do. What you have to say
I
is,
wonder what
I
it
don't
is.
know. I don't know.
I'm like,
You have to say, I don't know.
she's never met someone where she's bit. So I'm like, who would she bite?
But baby, you might be the one.
What if you are the one?
You might be the one.
I mean, because you've had dogs go off on you.
Yes. Yes. It's because they feel my energy.
They know that you're a cat lady.
But the
They
thing
know.
is, Zaya is like literally this
even
big.
if she
She can
did-
still hurt someone she bit him, but the point is, I don't feel like I could get mauled.
She's missing half her teeth.
That's the
I'm gonna
thing.
be
I
real.
don't feel like I could get like destroyed, but I feel like, you know, a Doberman or
Bro.
a German Shepherd or a Pit Bull or even a Golden Retriever, they're bigger dogs. So there's some damage that could be done there.
100%.
And I get uneasy
when they're that big.
if I don't know the dog. Like, I mean, I don't know any dog.
Yeah, right, of course. You don't know
technically.
any of the dogs.
No.
Well, especially if it's
So it
big,
makes
that's the
me
thing.
uneasy.
If a dog stands up on its hind legs and it's bigger than you, that's scary.
a problem for me.
That's
but the
scary.
thing is, dogs can sense that.
Mhm.
They
They
know.
know. They know.
They know when I'm uneasy, and that's why they come
They're like-
after me. Yes, they sense
They
fear.
will bully you.
They do bully
The
me.
big dogs will bully Laura. You guys,
And I
I've
don't
actually
like
witnessed
it.
it. I'm not gonna lie,
I don't
Laura,
like it.
because she's very like,
I am. I'm very like,
don't get me.
no, please don't bite me.
It's very. It's like me around
They're
horses,
there.
where I'm like,
Oh, I love horses.
yeah, but
See,
I'll
they
get
don't
like that.
scare me.
No, they scare me. I'm very like. I'm trying to be calm because I know they can sense my fear, but I'm very
They
much just like,
can.
don't look at me.
Horses can
Don't
sense
talk.
it.
Remember when it went off on me? When it took. Oh, let's clog that tea. I was on a horse and it took off. I talked about the story in here, and I literally was like,
I would pay such good money to see that.
bro, I literally have never had a hot flash like that in my life. I've never had my
I remember
life
when we
flash
went
before my
horseback
eyes.
riding in Montana. They told us mine and your horses hate each other and they fight.
And they're battling each
Why
other.
are they beating the shit?
They're like,
I'm
God.
like, please.
Me and Laura right next to each other. We're like,
We're like, what?
Laura's will like try to bite mine. Mine was trying to bite Laura's, and I'm like,
the horses
oh
were
my
popping the fuck
God.
off. Horses act like dogs, though.
They do.
They're very dog-like.
They're just a literal ton version
Of
of
a
a dog.
dog.
So that's why I think they scare me. Because I'm like I get uneasy with them.
Also, they want to eat 24/7 like a dog. Like dogs will take a treat or a morsel 24/7.
Every second
a
they
cat,
can.
honey, it's like
like
please,
this.
please. Exactly how my cats act. I'll literally give them their favorite treat so they eat every
And they're
day. And then one day they're just like, I don't want this ever
Fuck your
again.
treat.
Fuck you, bitch. And they walk off.
And they're like, and we want to start a new meal service.
Yeah, that's exactly how cats are.
We would like to have another meal.
We're on a strike, actually. We're not eating this week. Oh, you bought new food? That's cute. We're not eating
You
that.
tried it.
Uh-huh. So cats are really rude. They're horrible.
It's so funny. I love it when cats like will have like little dog traits and dogs will have little cat traits. It's so funny when they like
They
mix,
do.
like they have mixes. Because there'll be moments that Zay, I'm like, stop being, you're acting like a cat right now. You're pissing me off.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm sure yours, like Yoshi will be so affectionate, so cuddly sometimes. I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, oh, she's such a little, like, she wants to be with me.
Yoshi is such a dog.
Yeah. It's funny.
Yeah.
I love that.
Girl, it trailed.
What's your peak?
I'm looking it up. All right. I just have it. Peak. Oh, didn't write it down. Oh, turns out I didn't write it down, as a matter of fact. Thank you to Shopify for sponsoring this portion of Full Coverage. When picking a commerce platform, your businesses has two choices: frustration or sales.
We want sales.
Ooh, we want the sales, babe. So we're going with Shopify. Shopify is the global commerce platform that supercharges your selling wherever you sell, online, in person, on social media, and beyond.
Shopify is truly the best all-in-one commerce platform capable of handling your business complexity no matter how big you grow. Me and Laura both use Shopify for Lunar Beauty and Minim LA, and we are absolutely huge fans. And you guys might be thinking like, oh my God, it's gonna be such a pain to migrate everything over. But no, they literally have apps to help you migrate all your stuff from the previous site onto Shopify.
Stop leaving sales on the table. Switch your business to Shopify and discover why millions trust Shopify as their all-in-one commerce platform to build, grow, and run their businesses. Sign up today for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/full coverage. That's all lowercase. That's 1 month for just $1 at shopify.com/full coverage. Shopify.com/full coverage. Actually, okay, well then I'll do this and then for next week's episode. But anyways, so we have right now, listen up with your beautiful little ears. We have a deal going on Minim. You guys can use, by the way, cracking me the fuck up, the code FALL20 for 20% off.
Laura, I laughed out loud when I saw that.
Yes. Oh my God.
I literally LOL'd.
Okay, so we had a discount code. We're like, oh, we'll do a little fall promotion. We'll do code FALL20, which by the way, we're going to make it active for podcast listeners. I'll put it in the description, but you guys can get 20% off the socks and sandalwood collection only.
Oh, so it's like a specific
anything
sale.
Sandalwood and yes, very specific, or our slouch or vintage socks. Socks and sandalwood, use code FALL20 to get 20% off. But everyone was like, is it FALL20 because you fell? Because you wrecked? So you did a discount code? I was crying laughing. I was like, the season.
It's the season.
It's the season.
But that's such a funny thing to even think
Fall
about.
20.
Like that's clever as fuck.
Bike wreck 30.
No, literally I was like, bike 20. I think that's actually hilarious.
Yes. So you guys take advantage of that.
Take advantage of the fall sale. Because we love a fall
Sandalwood, scrub, lotion, body wash, 20% off with FALL20, or you can do the full collection, or socks, or both.
You know, I've been through both body washes.
Well, bitch, tell me.
I know.
Isn't it good?
I love it. I'm literally obsessed. I've been through both vanilla and I've been through both sandalwood.
Which scent do you like better, vanilla or sandalwood?
Vanilla.
Really?
I do.
That's our bestseller.
I do. And I don't know what it is.
Coconut is our bestseller.
Mind you, maybe also because it was just summer and spring. So like to me, I just like using that more because I like that smell more. But now they're going to fall. Maybe I'm going to really enjoy like the more woodsy tones. Yeah.
Warmer.
Well, I'm already went through both. So.
Oh, well. We'll get you that restock.
I need to restock.
We will get you
but I've already
restock.
been through. They're literally incredible. I'm obsessed with the body washes. They lather so good. They clean so well. Like I'm obsessed with them.
Yay.
I love them like getting they're so sudsy.
They are very sudsy.
I like sudsy.
Very lathery. I know. I need
the
suds to feel clean.
Me too. Like I need a lather on my face wash. I need a lather in my hair, and I need a lather on my body.
Face wash needs to lather too.
It has to.
It has to.
And the thing is, you guys, I have facial hair, so if it doesn't lather in here,
it's got to get in there.
then I know it's shit.
Yeah.
Because this should activate. Like, obviously you're running against this firm stuff.
It should activate.
It's gonna make it lather. If it doesn't, trash.
Trash. So that's the facts. What's
I love
your
that.
peak?
My peak. Okay, you guys, I think I'm a witch.
Oh, a Wiccan.
I do think I'm a witch, and I think that I just am just an incredible predictor because, so I have this like internet crush on this guy. He's a mutual of mine on TikTok.
Okay.
We're also mutuals on Instagram, right? And I've totally kind of like flirted with him, but like he hasn't reciprocated it. So I know I'm kind of like, okay, like he's not interested, which is fine, but it still doesn't mean he's not my like internet crush, or he's still like not my like, you know, crush from a creator or whatever it might be.
You're still stalking him, driving by his house. All that stuff is still happening.
Everything is still happening.
Activated.
I'm still watching every story. It's still very much in the game. However, there's no game that's being had. It's more of a fantasy even. So he's just like my online crush. So yesterday I went to the Grove. And before I went to the Grove,
why on God's green earth?
Z was like, "Do you want to go to the movies?"
Okay, that's
I was
fair.
like, "Sure."
That's very fair.
And he like came up, and I was like, "That's fine.
To see
I will."
a movie, I'm gonna give you that.
Yes.
But on all your own free will is a tourist trap.
I can't.
You have to go there at Monday at 11. That's the only time.
And luckily it was a Monday.
Oh.
And luckily it was a Monday, so
because,
I was like, you know what?
Thursday through Sunday, it is a tourist
I'm cool
trap
with that.
arena.
I will not. It's too much. It's too intense. But what was crazy about it, you guys, before I even went, I was like, it'd be so. He's like, I feel like I'm gonna see him there at the Grove, like crush. I was like, I feel like I'm gonna see him. I don't know why, but I feel like I'm gonna see him.
No.
Anyway, and like I just like kept moving. Tell me why as we're walking in, because we were gonna get cheesecake first. Tell me as we're walking in cheesecake, I look to my right. It's him.
Shut up.
Walking out of a store with his
felt
friends.
it.
I literally was like,
and people
what
don't believe in
the
energies
fuck?
or anything, then explain that.
Bro. So I'm literally walking in, and I had just like turned to the right, I don't know why, I just instantly turned to the right. He's walking out with his friends at a thing, and I was literally like,
so weird.
so then of course I'm like I literally just predicted that this was going to happen. I was like, what if I see him at the Grove? Like, what if I see him, he's my little internet crush or whatever, and like we don't like really, we'll like talk here and there like in DMs, but it's very like light. But I was like, what if I see him? What if I manifest this happening? And literally he's there. How weird is that?
I feel like that is crazy.
It was, my dude was like
Did
50
you say
feet away.
hello?
He was 50 feet away. He was like far.
But he was still at the Grove.
He was still at the Grove though.
Did you say hello?
No, he was too far away.
Oh.
And I was walking into Cheesecake, and he was leaving another place, and it was like kind of far.
Have
like,
I
he was
seen
like,
this person before online?
I've showed you him before.
Okay.
100%. I've showed you him before. And you know, I'll show you right now.
I need a vision.
Just so you can just get another visual.
I need a vision.
I would like you to have an extra visual. But I was literally like, bitch, how are you here right now, bro?
Very cute.
Isn't he cute?
He's very cute. Have you DM'd him?
Yes, I have.
Oh, shit.
I have. And like we'll have a mini combo and then it ends. Like it's very like
Interesting.
It doesn't keep going. But isn't he cute?
He's very cute.
And he's like he's a little bit taller than me.
I know you love that.
But I just thought it was like a fascinating thing. So I was like, I have to tell us on the pod.
You
As
should
like
have
my
said,
peak.
hi, I have a crush on you and I've been following you for a long time.
And we're mutuals and you know me.
That's what you should have said.
It's just so weird like how I literally was like, I feel like I'm gonna see him. And I did.
And you did.
That's so weird to me. Like I had never like
You put it out
that's
there.
strange. Like I put it out there and it happened.
Well,
so like literally it's energico.
the energy is flowing.
The energy was
I love
fucking
that for
flowing.
you.
So isn't that sickening?
That is actually
So now
really
I'm like,
cool.
okay, like so now I'm just gonna be like anytime I go anywhere, I'm gonna be like, am I gonna see him?
You're in his driveway. Is he here?
I'm like, is he here? What if like we just start dating for my manifestation?
Well, I believe anything can happen at
Me
any
too.
time.
Me
I'm
too.
a firm believer in
And
that.
I attract love.
And you do.
And I've been as I've been using that as my mantra, I've been getting a lot more attention. Let me tell you. Has it been wanted attention?
Energy. Well, energy is still being put out.
The energy's still being
and good things are worth waiting for.
Absolutely.
So
But it is quite fascinating.
I love that for you.
Yeah, I thought that was insane. I was literally like, bitch. And here of all places,
The gag.
here of all places at the Grove.
When's the last time you saw a celebrity out in Los Angeles? I feel like
It's been a
we've
long
seen
time
them.
actually.
Has it?
For me, I feel like it's been a while.
I'm trying to think. What's her name? Not.
Oh, you know what? I just saw one at the gym.
See?
Who? Josh Duhamel.
I saw Wiz Khalifa because he works out
Yeah.
with me, but
Josh Duhamel. I saw him at the gym.
Oh yes.
He like dated Fergie.
And then I saw who's the girl, the redheaded girl, not Isa Fisher, Amy
Redheaded
Adams.
girl.
I think it is.
Oh.
I think it was.
Uh-huh.
Who was the girl who played? Ty, who was the girl who played in that TV show where she's a detective and her sister was the murderer? Yeah, Sharp something on HBO.
Okay,
They
okay.
canceled it.
Uh-huh.
Anyways, I saw her at the mall the other day.
That's so random. Like when you see him, I'm like, oh shit, like you
They're everywhere in LA.
are normal.
They infiltrate.
Yeah, but I just saw him. And let me tell you something. He's fine as fucking person.
Oh, I bet.
I almost took a photo of him.
I
Just said, dude,
bet.
like, oh my god, Laura, look how fine he is.
Honey
And then I realized it
Hollywood.
was him. And I was like, oh my god, like, because he looks
Wow.
different.
Yeah.
He looks different. He's like wearing a hat and he has like a full beard.
Mm.
And I was like, damn.
Damn, Donnie.
Like,
It was
Amy
Amy
Adams.
Adams.
Amy Adams,
That's who
Amy
I
Adams.
saw. Amy Adams.
is that the funny one?
No, Isa Fisher.
Okay,
is the
okay.
One
I was like,
who,
there's one that's like, they
who
look
did,
kind of
like,
identical.
The Shopaholic movie. They look.
Yes,
They look identical.
They look identical.
It was Amy Adams.
Got it. Thank you so much to Adam and Eve for sponsoring this portion of Full Coverage. Who wants better sex?
Woo!
All of us. And who wants to start having it now immediately?
Woo!
All of us. The best way to get started is to go to adamandeve.com right now.
You guys have so many choices. They have all kinds of stuff to choose from. You can even get gifts there for a bachelorette party because I've done that many a times. And they're offering 50% off just about any item plus free shipping, which includes rush processing. And another thing is they have discreet packaging. So if you want to order something a little kinky and you don't want your neighbors to know about it, you don't have to worry about it.
I want my neighbors to know about it.
I know you do.
I would not mind them seeing that package whatsoever. But you guys, honestly, it's fantastic. All you have to do is put the code FOOL at checkout. That's FOOL, FOOL, at adamandeve.com. This is an exclusive offer specific to the podcast, so be sure to use the code FOOL to get your discount 50% off almost any item, plus free shipping, and get it fast with rush processing. Code FOOL.
You want to do rapid fire?
I do. Let's get up in this gear.
Let's talk. You want to do Matt and Abby first? Let's do Matt and Abby.
Let's do Matt and Abby.
Matt and Abby. Now, they are not a YouTube family. They're a TikTok family. They're a family channel. Essentially. And this TikTok family channel has been in a lot of drama in the past. So this is not like their first big drama, but this one's kind of a bigger one for them.
It got to the point where it's literally being talked about on like entertainment. And like, it's gotten so big on TikTok too, like this situation where I'm like, damn, like I didn't even know really who they were, but I had seen clips of them go viral, not realizing it was them.
Ah, I see.
That's the thing, because they have a podcast and they do these like, they've had these viral clips that were like really terrible takes, honestly, like on different things. Like where I was like, that's trash. Like it was not good. Like not good. And it was viral, right? So I was like, okay. And then when this situation happened, obviously because this was kind of going everywhere, I was like, bro, it's them.
I saw this happening. Like someone stitched it and was going the fuck off. So I immediately scrolled because I like don't care.
Yeah.
But then you told me like there's this couple. Their name's Matt and Abby, and I was like, wait, that's what that person was talking about.
Yep.
So basically, they went on a cruise. And they're a very strange family, I'm going to say that, because every little thing they do, they either film it for TikTok or they do an IG story and give a breakdown of their every little detail they do with their children, which is already a recipe for disaster. And a lot of that has to do with what Manny was talking about earlier with them rage baiting. They do things to rage bait. Like if you guys don't know what that is when you purposely post things that would cause a rise out of people or piss people off to get attention. It's called rage baiting.
And comments and shares. Like they do it for the attention.
Manny has definitely shown me a lot of things. They definitely do rage baiting, so you have to take what they do with a grain of salt. So for instance, for the big one is on this one, on the cruise ship, the kids were fussy in the daycare center. It wasn't working out, so they were having to watch the kids the whole cruise, and they weren't having a great time.
Yep. They have a 1 and 2 year old.
Also, you don't ever have to let the internet know that. But see, this is the stuff they do.
But
they love it.
This is the part that's weird about family channels too. Like I feel like this is the part that gets a little like hairy, where it's like you're airing out like all the stuff about your kids. Airing out your damn kids.
Girl.
They're typing like, the kids were fussy as hell today, so we couldn't do it. They
like
couldn't
paragraphs.
Like, I was like, why
we
are
don't
they
even
talking
fucking
about
need
this?
to know that. We don't need to know.
And I don't want to know.
So they were having trouble like eating dinner with their kids. So they had the grand scheme idea they have 2 rooms on this cruise. They have a 1-year-old and a 2-year-old. So they put the kids, I believe, in separate rooms.
That's what I saw too.
That's what I
gathered. That's what I gathered as well.
The 1-year-old got a room. The 2-year-old got a room. They put baby monitors. They FaceTime the baby monitors because the internet's not good. So they were able to get on the Wi-Fi and like FaceTime it at dinner. And they left the kids the babies in the room by themselves
while they went to dinner.
While they FaceTime the monitors, and they went to dinner on the cruise. However, they were also saying they were on the cruise with a lot of family members, so it was kind of like
weird
that like not one person was willing to watch the children. And so that alone caused just like chaos, pandemonium.
Like it got so big, like where everyone was talking about, because it's like, why are you gonna leave a 1 and 2 year old by themselves while you go on a cruise ship, while you go to dinner, like post like their bedtime?
I think that's crazy.
Them. I do too.
Even
I already have kids. I think it's crazy.
Exactly. Okay, this gay man over here who's single is telling you it's crazy.
That's crazy.
Then it's crazy.
And I don't even like it.
He don't even like kids, and he's telling y'all it's crazy. Now what the hell are y'all doing with 2?
With 2. But the thing is that's also more gaggy is the fact that it's a 1 and 2 year old. It's
I
not
know,
like
they're
it's
so
babies.
they're like babies.
Babies. Like you're not leaving 8-year-olds. You're leaving 1 and 2-year-olds, dude.
8-year-olds,
That's crazy.
fuck that kid. You're like on your
You
own
got
the whole
it.
cruise,
You
and
got
I don't
it.
want to hear from you
Don't
until we
look at
port.
me.
yeah.
Don't even-
You're in the kid zone.
Don't even look at me.
Get out of here.
But the fact that they're 1 and 2, they really can't even do
That,
anything.
I
They
mean,
can't defend
just
themselves.
like truly a baby.
Like babies, and they were just monitoring them from the thing. And the gag of it all, she posted this. Abby posted that.
Okay, so that
the biggest gag of all.
The biggest gag of all. They over and over too. No one in the world has to know they did this. No one on earth has to. Okay, they willingly tell everyone in detail what they did, how they're doing it, and why they're doing it. That is rage
the
bait.
oversharing
It's rage bait.
is insane.
They did it on purpose. 100%.
I agree. I honestly truly think that they do that stuff on purpose to get like a rise out of people, or to get them to really kind of like engage with what they're saying, because a lot of people are not going to agree with what they're doing. Some people, I guess, will. Who knows? But like they're doing it for the sake of getting attention.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because obviously their kids are the ones that are getting them the attention.
So
that
like
way.
that's like the craziest thing ever to actually post, in my opinion. Like,
I mean, the fact that they like ended up making a statement
it's
about
crazy
it.
to do it, but then to like willingly, like no one had to know.
That's how it happened. She posted it, and that's how how people
They
found
love
out.
it. They love this shit. They do it on purpose. I don't think they knew how big this one was going to blow up, but
That
they
was gonna be that
deserve
bad.
it. They
Yeah.
deserve it. They deserve
Honestly,
this shit.
I feel like because they made a video like kind of like talking about the situation,
Which I'm sure they loved, though. Think
well,
about it.
Oh, absolutely. The fact that they have to address it, they're like, oh,
because they know it's going to get views, and they did all this on purpose. Come on.
Especially like that's why I feel like a lot of times like the Family Channel stuff is so weird to me, because it's like them two combined to be like, how are we gonna get like us and the kids views? Like there's something weird about it.
Yeah.
Like I just can't. But they made a video. They were like, no, you guys misunderstood what we were saying. There was someone watching them the whole time. But that's not what you said.
Wait, so now they're saying there was someone watching?
Yes.
That's a lie.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like,
because why?
they weren't left alone, but you said they were left alone.
Oh my God, they're wild.
Like, I'm like, they're almost like backtracking on that sentiment.
Oh,
They're like, you guys, you would never.
but you
You
did.
did. From what you said. This isn't like us saying like you did it because someone saw
Imagine
you doing it.
getting caught
You
up
posted it.
because you posted, like you willingly posted what you did. Like that's wild to me. The rage bait, it got them. It finally.
I think
did
it's like when you
full circle.
overshare like that too, to that degree where it's like every waking moment is a share about something that's happening. I think that's really where the issue lies, is not having a little bit of sanctity for yourself.
I think a good rule of thumb, and they know this, and this is why they post all this stupid shit that they do, is like if you don't want like thousands, millions of people's opinions or thoughts on it, you simply don't talk about it. And that's what goes for us on podcasting and anything.
Everything.
Like if you don't want it in the internet's business, it's as simple as not bringing it up. And so for me, I'm like, they clearly love this shit.
Want it.
They love it.
Well, because like
It's
obviously
demented,
from their viral clips,
yeah,
for like bad takes
Yep.
from their podcast,
they've
they
learned.
clearly
And it's almost like
are
the takes
doing
are
it.
so bad. It's like obviously rage bait.
That's what I think.
Yeah.
That I feel like they're fully rage baiting because of how intense the takes are, or then like the Father's Day thing with the birthday thing, that was like a whole situation.
Yeah.
I can't remember other ones, but there have been other ones that were like really cringe, and I had no idea it was them this whole time.
Right.
And I'm like, oh my God, it's them.
So you just can't trust them.
I mean,
Also,
I don't trust nobody.
why are people going on cruises? Let's talk about that. I think that's the real issue here. The fact that people are still going on cruises
problem.
is crazy to me.
Like,
I think my problem is I went on like some Carnival cruises and they
experience is
got
different.
me.
Yep, 100%.
If you're not a people-y person,
They'll
a
get ya.
cruise is not for you. I'm going to say that.
100%.
It's like Disneyland on water. They even have Disney
They
cruises.
have a Disney cruise for a reason.
Girl. But I think I did like some Carnival. I did two. I've done,
How many cruises have you ever done?
I think two.
Total. I've only done one.
I think I've done two. One was with you and one was with Ty's family. And
There's
neither
just a lot
of them,
going on. That's the problem. There's just a lot going
it
on.
was great, but neither of them was I need to do this again. You know what I mean? We
Multiple
got to get on
times.
the water. There are families who are like cruise families. Like,
Absolutely.
it's it.
And people grow up on doing cruises.
But Tyler did. But you
yeah.
have to be people person.
Yeah,
Like you have to love, because it's like, a lot of people all the
camaraderie.
time. Yes. You have
I
to
feel
be a
like
people person.
if I ever did a cruise again, it would have to be like a
Royal
gay
Caribbean.
Cruise.
Oh,
Royal Caribbean. That's like the nice one, right?
yeah.
Yeah,
I
it would have to be
think-
like a gay Royal Caribbean in like Mykonos. It would need to be something that was like so outlandishly completely different than like going to Catalina.
Our friend Val did the Virgin cruise in Europe, and it looks really nice.
It looks beautiful.
And
Virgin looks like a gorgeous like ship.
It looked really nice.
I think the part that's just hard is like the idea of being on a ship for that long too. I get like a little bit claustrophobia.
I don't get claustrophobia, but I get seasick, so I have to take Dramamine every single day. And then
the motion when you're sleeping is also crazy.
It is, but that's because we had rooms down at the bottom. I think if you get the rich rooms, there's not as much. Don't quote me on that. I've never stayed not in the bottom of the ship. Maybe that's my cruise problem too. I've always gotten the cheapest room there is to get.
That could be a difference.
I did 3 cruises. One time we did one for spring break, and we drove 10 hours to Miami for the poor, and we ran out of money.
Oh my God.
Yeah, do you remember?
Yes.
We went with Ty's roommate in college, and we had no money, but we had scrounged up enough. We were borrowing someone's grandma's car to get us there. We were staying at someone's uncle's house halfway. Like, it was just chaos. We shouldn't have been going. We were way too broke. So we got clearly the cheapest room you could get on that ship, okay? And I remember whenever we were going, we went from the top of Alabama all the way through Florida to get to Miami, and we didn't know that there's that many toll roads. We didn't know.
Oh, yeah.
We did not account for the toll roads, so we ran out of money, and we were like finding pennies and everything to pay these people to let us through. It was crazy.
And at least the cruise is like an all-you-can-eat.
I remember we went somewhere in Mexico starts with an E, where they do empanada.
Ensenada.
Empanada's the food. It's
That's
delicious.
The food.
I remember that I was in the street, and like anywhere you buy any little tchotchke trinket, they'll pull out a bottle of tequila and give you a shot if you buy anything.
No way.
Yes.
I've actually never witnessed that. I've never seen that before.
Me either, because I've been to Mexico 100 times. They ain't never done that for me again, honey.
You're like,
but out there in those streets, I was probably like 20, 21.
Oh, and you were gone with the wind.
Honey,
Baby.
let me tell you
Every
something.
tchotchke?
Every time a man will pull out a shot glass from underneath the table like this, I'd be like, yeah! I was blacked out by the time I got back to that shit, girl.
But see, also, I feel like that's what like is like also the fun about cruises, like getting to experience a bunch of different things
at once,
and like in one go. It's like 5, like say you go on a 5-6 day cruise and you're hitting 5 different cities in like Europe. Then it's like, okay, that's cool.
Really
like
cool.
I feel like that makes it like a different experience rather than it being like somewhere like local, or it's kind of like it doesn't make it as cool to me.
Yeah.
The ones that are like in Greece and like you're doing all these like crazy things, that seems like more cool to me.
Yeah. Definitely.
And especially if it's like a more of a luxe nice experience. I
Yeah.
could see myself doing something like that, like I was saying, like a gay cruise or like a really like a luxe cruise.
Yeah.
Like not the big ships that are like that intense. Like it would be like chill.
And I remember the all you can eat buffets on Carnival. Like you can just eat 24/7.
Everything at all times.
At all times. The food's mid though.
It's very mid.
It's very mid.
That's what they do it. I'm like, girl, if it's
all
all
you
you
can
can eat,
it's
it's
mid. It's like frozen French fries heated up. But
literally, the crab legs are like ice.
But on day 6,
I don't want this anymore. I don't want this bullshit anymore.
Too bad you're on the boat.
You're already here.
I know, man.
No, that's too fierce. But yeah, that whole situation.
Don't leave your babies in a room. And I'm not even like a baby owner.
Literally.
Okay? Like I don't have a baby, and I wouldn't leave a baby in a room. Babies are hard. I feel like it's hard to do cruises and like those things.
1 and 2.
I feel like 2 is hard. And they're both so young. So like if one was 8 and one was 2, it might be easier. But I feel like because they have a 1-year-old, exactly. But I feel like because they have a 1-year-old and 2-year-old, they're both babies. I feel like that is hard to do vacation.
Because the thing is, like, what if one is calm, the other one's not calm? They activate the other one.
Exactly. So I don't know how people do that on vacation. I feel like you could definitely do it if you had one baby.
Totally.
Do you know what I mean?
Totally.
Like it's 2 people
you can kind of split,
with
like,
one baby. Like I feel like it's a doable thing, but 2 babies.
The second you have 2, they're trying to overrun you. They're trying to overrun you. They're trying to overtake you.
They are.
The second you add a 3rd, it's over.
You know, they always say like have your kids close together so they can be friends and you can do it at once. I feel like it's worse. I don't know.
I mean, in the beginning, it's way worse.
Yeah, right.
Imagine having twins at the same
That's a mystery.
time.
That's a mystery.
That's a wonder of the world.
My aunt had 3 sets. One she lost, but she had 2 sets that thriving.
That just made my eye twitch.
I know. 3
that
sets.
Literally just made my eye twitch.
3 sets twins.
That is
my mom's
wild.
sister.
So that means she had 2 in her belly at the same time. 2 times.
3 times technically.
3 times technically.
Yeah.
But 2 times, and she gave birth to 2 every time.
And then she had 2 more kids that weren't twins.
Oh damn, she was popping them out.
Girl.
Baby.
Girl.
She was having babies.
Yeah.
She was out there.
Crazy.
Dope. Like, I think the idea of having twins is like so. Oh my God, you're so
Nas
right.
had twins.
I think the idea of having twins is like so cool. Like,
The
in
fantasy.
a way, it's a fantasy.
It's a fantasy.
But like
it's not
the
real.
reality.
Honey.
Did you see the Mian twins separating?
What? I don't like that.
I'm devastated.
I am too.
I love
go
seeing
to
them
New
together.
York. I know.
And I live for them.
But it'll be good because
it's good for them both.
Yeah, it's
like,
good for them both.
Growth.
It is.
And obviously, like when you're also when you are a twin, you can rely on your other twin to like do things or like kind of like
100%.
for everything. And
they're
when you're not
person
there,
always there.
Exactly. There's always something that you've had since literal birth. So it's like when you don't have that, it's like, oh, you have to really like muster up that like gusto. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Next, P. Diddy got arrested, officially like taken into custody.
That's gagged me.
This fucking fool.
This has gagged me fully.
This man is crazy.
Diddy, like the fact that the Diddy situation is still happening is one crazy. But I'm getting fully arrested now.
Yeah, they got him.
What were the exact charges again? It was like,
well, I guess they had it. I don't know how being arrested and all that works. Obviously, I'm not the FBI.
Literally.
But I guess they had enough evidence to take him into custody. It's a $50 million bond. Do you think he has $50 million? I'm sure he could sell assets.
Because I also think that
if he doesn't have
Diddy
a
is that
liquid,
intertwined
connects
in the industry, I don't think that he just has his music from his like the money from the music.
It's so true.
I think that he has so many hands in so many different things, and his net worth could be something fucking obscene that people don't even know about.
Also, this is me speculating, but he could be like, "I'm gonna rat you out and give me $50 million, or you're gonna have to help me." Because imagine the dirt he has on all these people.
It's probably insane.
It's insane.
I mean, when I saw that the thing of, like when they were doing the uncovering or whatever, them finding that 1,000 bottles, over 1,000 bottles, baby oil
and sex
for
lubricants.
Sex, yeah, for like his sex parties.
It is rumored allegedly he has a 50-foot bed in his backyard for his sex parties. So they were
orgies.
So they were saying that no shit, he has like that many bottles because he has parties where there's huge orgies. There's a 50-foot bed in the backyard where everybody fucks, and that's 1,000 bottles of baby oil is crazy.
It's crazy. That's
I don't care
obscene.
what kind of orgy, baby.
1,000?
That's crazy.
I've been to an orgy party.
Were there 1,000 bottles of baby oil?
Fuck no. But the thing is, I left before it became an orgy. I left before it became an orgy.
Oh.
Because I'm not interested in having orgies with people.
Yeah, no.
Especially when I'm like, girl, I don't want to be like. What if there's someone I don't like? And they're trying to get up on me. I'm gonna be like, ew.
Oh, I think you just go for it, huh?
In orgies, I think that you can just kind of go with the flow because a lot of people are mostly on drugs and they're kind of doing things.
Oh.
But when I was at the house, like I left and then it became an orgy after like some people started leaving and then whoever was left was like, should we just all fuck around? And they did. But I had no idea that when I went and it turned into that. And like if I had stayed longer, that I would have been thrown in the pile, if you will. I couldn't do it though. I wouldn't even be able to get hard. I'd be so nervous.
No.
Couldn't even do it. I'd be so spooked beyond belief.
So they arrested him for sex trafficking, racketeering, which is like fraudulent business, and what was the last? Kidnapping.
Dude.
Which kidnapping is just, you can like literally hold someone in your home and that's kidnapping. Yeah.
But like, that's so many things to be
arrested
for.
It is.
And like, after that video came out about the Cassie video, was it Cassie?
Oh, yes.
That video was so brutal. Like, it was so hard to watch.
I know he's done so much worse.
Behind the scenes.
Alleged, but I think he's done a lot worse behind the scenes.
Same.
And we just caught a glimpse of one little thing, which wasn't a little thing, but I'm saying in comparison what this man's done, we caught a glimpse
of what he does.
Of what he does.
No, like, and I literally, like, it made me feel so sick to my stomach, like, seeing the video pop up. And I'm like, I'm so happy that he's getting, like, arrested and is, like, the justice system is, like, fucking doing something about something. The FBI is, like, making it known, like, they're actually doing stuff. Because I'm like, this man could be such a huge, powerful figure in the industry and have all this shit on all these people.
Running shit.
And he's literally, like, a horrible human being
from what we see allegedly. Do you think his career's over?
Yes.
I do too, but we always say that, and then, it's like produced by Diddy.
Oh my God.
You know what I mean?
Literally. I think that, well, one, he just has like really probably powerful friends that he could probably get him to help him. But I think that with the things that have been shown, I think that that video showing of like what he did to Cassie, I think that's going to follow him forever. And I hope it does.
It's just like one thing. I wish more would come to light so people could see even more who he is. Because I just know. I'm speculating, but I think there's so much worse that this
I do
man
too.
has done.
I
But
mean,
maybe with the FBI truly raiding his
can literally
home,
uncover.
got him arrested, $50 million bond. Like maybe it's an uncovering.
And you know, people are sleuths. Like they will pay to get information like out of like the court documents, or like they'll pay for court documents. Or, like they'll do things.
The documentary that's coming out on him.
Oh, it's gonna be fierce.
Girl, it's gonna be fierce.
HBO Max is gonna be on fire.
Honey, lit it up.
Baby, and I will be watching the
Tuning
second
the fuck
it comes on.
in. Do you know when he was Puff Daddy and I was growing up, like obviously probably for you too, like some of his songs were like part of my childhood.
Absolutely.
Like some of the best songs ever. This is Puff Daddy days. This is before P. Diddy. I don't know where the fuck P. Diddy came from. Foolish.
Honestly, like it's so weird because I feel like there is this almost like in like the higher up elites, like there has to be like a lot of evilness that happens. Like it almost feels like very conspiracy theorist in a way though, to think that like that everyone's doing some like weird ass shit. But I just can't be convinced that there's not like weird stuff happening when there's that much money involved, and people can be horrible. And when you get so far up into that world, things are skewed. Things change.
They do. Nothing's real. Like
nothing's
a reality.
Real. There's a lot of skewing. Things that make you happy before don't make you as happy, so you have to find another fix, something happier. Like
I was gonna ask you, like whenever you're like that famous and like have that much power and money, what's the point in doing bad things?
Because they get away with it.
I guess so.
That's why the thrill of getting away with it.
You know what they say? They say money doesn't change you; it enhances who you already are.
I believe it. I could not believe it more. Because the thing is, if you're not a bad person, then you're not going to do crazy bad things with your money.
Because it's like, why would you be involved in all this nasty, terrible stuff if
trafficking,
you have you have millions of dollars? Like, go right off into the sunset and chill.
And literally
like, why
live
do you
life.
have to go do terrible things?
Because he was already terrible to begin with, and it enhanced, it magnified what it already was. It does money does magnify.
It does
what you already are. I watched it's a new Channing Tatum movie that's out in theaters right now. It's like Blink Twice.
Is it scary?
It's like a thriller. It's like a thriller movie. And that's what I watched yesterday. And it kind of just reminds me of this in a weird way, because like it's like this rich man, billionaire, who goes to an island and things get fucking shady because there's like girls that get brought along, and it's like a very intense like thriller that you're watching it, almost like a heart-stopping thriller. And there was like some scenes in that I was like,
I want to see.
I don't
this.
even want to watch this scene. Like it felt so uncomfortable to me. Like it was like where I was like, I don't. Like,
I'm like, I want to see this. I thought you were talking about like murder.
Yes.
Oh.
But it's not. That's not the
it's
situation
like a scary
I'm talking
movie.
about.
Oh.
That's not like there's another scene. There's a specific scene that was in the movie that I was literally like looking away. Like I couldn't even watch it. I felt so uncomfortable, you know, watching it. But it's about that weirdly upper elite having billion-dollar CEOs like
Epstein.
It's very Epstein vibes, where it's like they're going to this island to like
sickos,
you know, like do whatever the fuck they want because they can. Because there's like this like almost like not psychological, but there's like this like almost like sci-fi-ness about it in a way, with this like one thing that happens to the girls. So it's kind of like it's just like weird stuff happening like in real life too. Like where are they getting the stories from? And Zoe Kravitz directed it. And I love Zoe Kravitz.
Do you know who I think is the finest man alive? Tyler, close your ears.
He goes, he gasped.
Lenny Kravitz.
He's gorge.
You know that man is old too. I think he's 50. I think he's 60s.
You kid me.
I'm not kidding. I think that man is in his 60s.
I mean, honestly, for him to look the same.
He looks
this whole
the same.
Time is fucking insane to me.
I think Lenny Kravitz is like the true definition of a rock star.
Me too.
Like through and
How old?
through. He's 60. I told you. And I
just saw him at the, like, what was it, the Emmys?
Yeah,
the VMAs?
Body Snatched. Honey.
Hi?
He is like the definition of a rock star. Like, I think Lenny Kravitz is like
so cool.
the swaggiest, coolest guy alive alongside Jeff Goldblum.
Oh, another swag.
But Lenny Kravitz is like just the truest rock star.
100%.
And I don't know how that man is still fine as fuck.
Zoe is.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, it just makes sense. Like,
the coolest
she's
girl
a vibey,
ever.
cool-ass girl.
She is.
And her dad is.
She is.
Like, it just exudes
also,
in their pores.
some of his songs are like, come on.
Well, he's a rock star.
Yeah, he's a true rock star.
Like, he really is like an absolute rock star. And he's an icon and a legend.
And he's fine.
Mm-hmm.
So, he looks real good.
Yeah, he does. He looks fucking amazing.
He always has.
Yeah.
And here we are at 60.
And still looking fine. Just like Jeff. Just
Goldblum,
like
Mr.
Jeff.
And
I just watched a movie show.
I started it. It's
Did
good.
you? You like it, right?
I didn't get into it much, but because I'm watching all my horror movies.
I know. It's time. It's activated.
I know.
You know.
It was good though. The first episode was really good.
No, I watched the whole thing and I really liked it because it's such a different take on like Greek
It's on
mythology.
Netflix, guys.
It's called Chaos, and he's Zeus. He's Zeus.
It's Kaos.
Yeah, and he's Zeus in the show, and it's a very fascinating.
It's
take,
almost like as if the Greek gods, all the different ones were participating and living in today's world, and how they would take advantage of that and act with their powers and their things.
Over, like,
that's what
the
it
people.
is. Yes, over the people.
They live on Mount Olympus. It's that exact vibe, but modern take of it. So it's very, very fascinating. Yeah. And honestly, when I watched the whole thing, obviously, and I lived for it by the end of it. Like,
are they gonna do a season 2 or is it limited?
For sure. Like the way it ended, they'll be doing a season 2.
Well, I'm gonna watch it. I saw what was the movie? I told you I saw. Jacqueline wanted to see it, but I was
yes.
So it wasn't Speak No Evil, was it?
Yes, it was.
That was okay.
Speak No Evil.
So I saw
with the tongue.
No.
Oh, there's no tongue.
With
It's like a little boy.
Oh yes. I
remember from the trailer he does this like. And I just remember that from the trailer.
Okay, so the movie's great, and it's a really great suspense, like thriller movie. And the whole time, some weird shit's going on, but you can't figure out what. And then all hell breaks loose at the end.
It's just like that.
Okay.
Or it's like a thriller.
Yeah,
something's spooky.
Yeah,
you don't know what.
Same with this one. So you guys should see it if you like a good thriller.
I want to watch
it.
I actually do want to watch it.
Yeah, really good movie.
So I'll be tuning into that one, and you have to watch Blink twice.
Yes,
it's another thriller that you don't know what's happening, but you're on the edge of your seat watching at the same time.
See, that's how this one is. They're coming out with some good movies because there's been so many flops, but I love
a thriller though.
Yeah, I love a thriller.
Did you just watch one that was like trash? That was supposed to be a thriller, but that was done the wrong way.
Guys, want me to tell you the worst fucking movie is ever? Let me tell you. Ty, what's the name of it? I'm gonna have to Google it.
Is it?
So it's called Trap, and Josh Hartnett has been gone since like the early 2000s. One of my favorite actors from the 2000s. And I was so excited because I was like, oh my God, he's back. He's acting again.
And the trailer looked good.
It is the dumbest. M. Night Shyamalan's in trouble for this one.
Well, M. Night Shyamalan is in trouble for a lot of things.
Okay.
He either has an absolute banger or floppiana.
This was beyond floppiana. Like, the writing was horrific. And Ty, when we started, he was like, this has a really bad rating, Laura. And I was like, but it's M. Night and it's Josh Hartnett. We have to watch it. Horrible movie. Stupid as fuck.
So the rating made sense for what it was.
Acting terrible, but I think it wasn't the acting. I think it was like the writing.
Totally.
You know what I mean?
Because at the end of the day, it's like the actor can only do so much with the writing. That's
And I was talking to an actor the other day who's like actively doing TV shows, and they told me something very interesting. Because I was like asking them a bunch of questions, and I was like, remembering lines, like big lines is like a muscle memory. And she's like, yeah, exactly. She's like, it's super easy. It's like what we do. So like, for instance, like athletes, like playing tennis, like it's they know. Like us, our thing is like remembering lines. So it's not like an average person having to remember paragraphs. She was like, we know our brains have that memory.
There's tools to do it too.
Yeah, exactly. So I was like, well, are you able to improv whenever you don't know a line, or maybe you want to improv a scene and add a little to it? And she was like, yes, but it's really tricky when you do that, because before you film a TV show, we do the script read with everybody, and what they're doing is timing it, because every TV show only has a certain amount of time. So if your improv goes over a couple seconds or minutes, we can't have it. So you really need to stick to the script mostly.
Or like you got to replace a word.
Yeah, like you have to be careful with improving, because you may go on too long and you might mess up the scene with the length. It's all about the time. Crazy. And I was like, oh my God, I didn't even think about that. She was like, yeah, so you really just kind of need to like say the script.
Like you stick to it.
Yeah, stick to the script.
That's crazy. I know like in some movies, there will be a moment when the doctor will be like, improv it.
Exactly, because they can play with movie time. But TV time,
shows,
it's a 30-minute window, and then half of it's commercials. And then with Netflix, you have just the time slots, and that's what you get. So they can't move around. Isn't that interesting?
That is actually really fascinating.
I was like, I never thought about that.
The shows rely more on the writing, really. And that way, where it's like you have to write it like, or be on script with it in a way. And things, I'm assuming they must have like someone reading the script to be able to make sure that they're actually saying the right words. Like I'm assuming there has to be something like that.
The director.
Like a fact checker.
Yeah.
And somebody, probably the director. The director has the whole fucking movie memorized. Or show memorized.
Definitely.
But yeah, it's crazy. We failed on movie show.
Yeah, so Trap is really corny.
Yeah, so
you guys might want to skip that one.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Nick Avocado.
Disappeared.
social. What did he call it? A social
A
experiment.
social experiment.
He did.
I'm 2 steps ahead. It's like,
Creepy.
have you seen that video where he's literally like, he's like walking towards camera. He's like, I'm 2 steps ahead. And he's like doing this like jogging thing. Like, Lord, it's scary.
I did see some of the video where he comes back and, you know, he's talking about what he did.
Yes.
His demeanor in it is strange, though.
It is. I feel like there's something like off. And to me, what doesn't make sense, I'm like, what is the social experiment?
What was the experiment?
What is it?
Yes, you gooped and gagged the internet, but was that it?
What was
like
the experiment?
You uploading enough content to pretend that was you currently? Like, but what is the experiment?
I don't know. I genuinely don't understand like what the point of it was, because it's like, is the experiment to be like, oh, look at people treated me differently when I was overweight and when I was skinny? Is that the experiment? Like, I don't know what it is, 'cause I feel like he's never like said like what the experiment was.
Like, let's clear some
things up. He's like, I'm
up.
ahead of it. Like, this is a social experiment. But what is it?
But what is it? But he did goop the whole internet.
I was gooped.
That was crazy.
When I saw he came back and he was literally like a pencil, I was like,
a pencil. Yeah, it was like drastic weight loss. Like, this was not like a couple pounds. Like, this was
hundreds. It was like
he looks like a completely different person.
He so nikacado avacado, he is a mukbang channel on YouTube, a very, very successful one, probably one of the most successful
I would say
mukbang channels on YouTube. And he was obviously doing mukbangs for a living, and he kind of basically like disappeared behind the scenes and reappeared.
He was still uploading content as his larger self. Okay.
Yes.
So he's still, like, I would say he was only uploading like once a month. But like, I think he took around 2 years to do this weight loss journey. So that's how much content he pre-filmed.
Which is
he pre-filmed like 2 years worth of content and was uploading it as if it was him now.
And then just gooped everyone when he just like, oh, by the way, I've been gone for 2 years.
And then he just comes out of nowhere and he's like pencil, like he's thinner.
What, girl? He's literally it almost was like, is he okay? Like,
yeah.
Like, I was like, whoa, is he like okay? Like, physically, is he well? But like, just a big juxtaposition from the before to the after. It's a huge obviously that's the whole point. It's a transformation. You want it to be talked about. You want it to be like a big thing to see like what's actually happening. So it was actually really, really wild to see that it
was
like,
interesting. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's fascinating that a person like plotted that out and like
I love that he plotted. I was like, that part I think is sick. I'm like, bitch,
it's really cool that he did it.
Was like, it's funny because like they're like posting videos and clips from before, and it's like, and he's like saying, he's like, I'm 2 steps ahead, as his bigger self, and then like now he's like, I'm 2 steps ahead. Wow. And it's like, what's happening? Like, it's like this like major like scheme or plot, but again, like that could happen, but what was the point?
Yeah,
I think that's the whole point. It's like people are like, so what was the reason?
What was the reason?
Like, what was the reason? That's what I want to know.
Girl, no, I'm happy for his weight loss. Is he going to continue doing mukbangs, or is he on a different content journey now?
I feel like he would probably be on a different content journey. Because I don't know, I feel like
because the way he would do the mukbangs is the amount he would eat in them. I think is kind of the part that would be like really crazy. And
that's the part that people like.
We're fascinated by.
Because
it would get like 2 to 3 million views per video.
Yes, because it's like if you're eating 40 cheeseburgers from McDonald's.
Yeah. Oh yeah, like the content was like very.
It's very like, ooh, like attention. But I also like, I do find it fascinating. So I'm like, why do people want to watch someone eat 40 burgers? Is it because for the shock value? That's what has
always baffled me.
Because I don't want, like, I guess maybe it's just me. Like, I just don't want to see someone do that because I feel like it's not like natural. Or I just like, I don't want them to. I don't know. I feel like it's hurting them.
I personally just like don't gain entertainment out of it.
Me neither.
You know what I mean? Like, everybody has their own thing that entertains them. Whereas like that kind of food content doesn't get me going. Like, honestly, like a recipe, I'm all in. Like, show me how to make a dish. But like something like that, it doesn't get me. So I'm not a mukbang girly.
Me neither. And I'm just more fascinated by it. So
I'm
like,
not
what
ASMR
is it?
Either.
I'm not really an ASMR either. I can at least understand ASMR a little bit more because like with the sounds. And stuff like that.
Too. Like.
But less with the mukbang for me. I'm just like, I just want to know why. Like, if you watch mukbangers, like, what's fascinating about it? Like, I'm just curious because I don't know. I don't have that. For me, it's also like, just like you, it's like not that entertaining like thing for me. So I'm like, what is it? Like, what is
there's something there?
The wow factor of it, like maybe it's the wow, like, oh my god, can you do it? Maybe there's that
aspect to it. There is. I think it's I don't know.
I literally don't know.
Next topic, also great for you, Nick. I'm really curious to see what his new wave of content, but he has a massive audience.
Me too.
So there's a little bit of controversy with Chapel Rome.
I saw that. Well, actually, like, there's been a lot of recent controversy with her, to be honest. Like, there's been a lot of like things where people like almost like have been saying things that she said or taking what she's saying out of context and stuff. Did you see the clip where she goes off on the photographer?
Yeah, but wasn't it like not?
It wasn't like what it seemed to be. That's what I'm saying.
Like
it was
she wasn't
it just showed her
around.
No.
Oh.
No, what it was, the clip showed her going off.
You're not gonna fucking.
Like, you're not gonna fucking talk about that. Or it's like, no, you shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
But that was the clip. You just saw her being like, you shut the fuck up. You're not gonna talk to me like that.
Well, I assumed the photographer was acting crazy.
But then they showed the main clip. Like, finally, the main clip starts circling, and the photographer is saying like, he's like, just shut the fuck up. And then she turns around, she's like, no, you shut the fuck up. So, like, she was responding to a photographer saying that.
She was talking in conversation, and he wanted to shoot her pictures. And he's like, shut the fuck up, talking, honestly, and turn around.
Paparazzi can be fucking crazy.
Also, like,
Delusional,
I just assumed he said something disgusting and rude to her. I never once
Well, I'm glad you assumed that, because a lot of people don't assume that. I never for a second
thought she would randomly say that to a
photographer. I thought the same thing.
Like, come on, people.
But
like,
that's
who
what was
the
going
fuck
around.
randomly says that?
And all the comments are like, of course she
said
said it. Like, of course she did. Like, like, people just shitting on her. But I'm like, you guys, of course, like, she's not gonna just randomly
does
say that.
Like, why would anyone do that? Even
no
if they were evil, like, why would anyone
sense.
do that? Like, clearly they said something to her that pissed her off.
And it was like him telling her first to shut the fuck up. So she said it back. She's like, you're not gonna talk to me like that.
Yeah, absolutely not.
And
I think
then it's funny.
Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I just think it's funny that there's like a celebrity right now that like doesn't try to do like the play nice game in a weird way.
Yeah.
Like, I think there's something funny about it, because it's like,
it's great.
She literally is like, I just like don't really care.
Yeah.
Like, I just don't want to like do what everyone's like. I don't want to have to be like to placate the masses or placate the what it needs to be. Like, why do I have to do that? Like, I just became famous. Like, I don't want to do all that. Like, I want to just do what I want to do. So I do appreciate her for that.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if someone told me to shut the fuck up, I'd say it too.
You're gonna go off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So also she's getting in a little scuffle because she's nominated for a Grammy, and she said, I kind of hoping I don't win. I'm kind of like, Entertainment posted, everybody posted it, and everybody's calling her a pick-me girl. Like,
I saw a pick-me.
Nominated for a Grammy. I hope I don't win. I don't know the context to it. It's all about the context. Like, you have to hear.
Well, she said the thing. She's like, I hope I don't win, because if I don't win, then y'all can like shut the fuck up and leave me alone.
Oh, okay. It's giving Doja. It's Miss Doja.
I feel honestly like there's something about like the quick rise to fame for a lot of these people that's so overwhelming, and I think that they don't like it. A lot of people don't like that it's so intense, so abrupt, and like their lives change so drastically. When it was like, for example, Chapel's been in the game for 10 years, but she's now blowing up. Sabrina Carpenter in the game 10 years, now blowing up. Like,
yep. She's already tired.
But that she's exhausted already. She's like, bitch, I'm already like fucking jaded. But on top of that, like having people treat her differently, treat her like she's just like a body. Like, I think that a lot of people just don't want that to happen to them. And so they're going to be a lot more outspoken about like, bitch, like, don't treat me like this. Like, don't treat me like I'm fucking crazy. You know what I mean? So I think that there's that part, and I think it affects a lot of people's mental health.
Yeah, oh, definitely.
Like, and they'll go off, they'll go in, things will be misconstrued. They'll say the wrong thing because they're overwhelmed by something. I think it's all perspective of like, you have to understand where they're coming from too. Where it's literally like they blew up out of nowhere, and they get all these massive like eyes and words. All these people like going in on them. They weren't that famous before, so they're gonna make a little like.
How does Taylor Swift deal with it all?
She's been famous for so long,
and she's like the most famous girl in the world. And has been for the past few years, I would say. Like, her name has just been like, I just like don't know how she lives.
I don't either. What is it like being the most famous like artist in the world, basically?
And like, she doesn't, you know, her security in life must be so under wraps, like incredibly, like even like everywhere her jet was taken off, they posted it. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like everything.
I bet it could be like that. Like, for example, like Chapel now blowing up. Like, if she's stays a huge artist for that long, things are gonna like slightly change for her. I don't think it's gonna be like, you know, her like going in on certain things. I think she'll be like, she'll learn, just to be like, bitch, I can't even fucking feed into it that much because it's gonna be too much and too overwhelming.
I definitely think that's like a.
Because I bet you Taylor's like, girl, I don't even feed into that. I'm tired. She's like, I'm just trying to live life. I'm trying to make my coin and live life.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I feel like she probably is thinking. She's like, yeah, she knows she's obviously responsible for like, you know, a lot of people's opinions, and you know, she has a big platform, so she wants to be responsible with it. But at the end of the day, it's like, she still needs to be like a human for herself.
Right.
You know, famous or not.
Last topic. Dave Grohl from the Foo Fighters cheated. Got another woman pregnant outside of his marriage and is going to work to raise the child and be a great father and patch up his marriage.
Oh, and patch up his marriage? He wants to patch up the marriage?
Well, I can read you his statement, but...
Bro. But, like, what is the wife going to say to that? I'm going to try to raise that baby, but I'm going to still keep my wife.
This man is sick.
It's a no to me.
All these
It's
singers
no
cheat all the time.
me.
I'm so sick of all of them.
It's not rock star mentality.
It
It's
is.
fucking bullshit. To them, it's like, oh, I'm just a rock star life. Like, no, you're a cheater.
People said his wife was shocked to find out that he got another woman pregnant.
I just don't, like, you can't even excuse just because they're a rock star or like an artist
Oh my God,
traveling the
no,
world.
absolutely
There's no excuses
not.
for it.
He has 3 kids already that are grown.
No.
Well, they're like 18, 15, and 10, so they're not like babies, and now he's got a new baby.
If I was those kids, I'd be like, never talk to me again.
She was shocked to find out about the baby. Her friends and family railed around her to support her. Over the years, Dave's filthy behavior has been a hurdle in their marriage, says a source.
Of course.
21-year marriage. He had a 21-year marriage.
It.
Yes. That's crazy.
That's so delusional to me. Like, honestly, like this whole bullshit of like this rock star lifestyle thing, I just cannot even get over it. Like, it's not an excuse.
Confession. I will say he has some of like the best hits. Like, I love Foo Fighters. Like, huge fan. Unfortunately, I'm not a fan of him necessarily. Like, I'm not
It's
like
the music that they're
David.
creating.
You know what I mean? It's the music
creating.
that I always love.
I feel
Yeah.
like I can love someone's music, but it doesn't mean I like them.
He said, I love my wife and children, and I'm doing everything I can to regain their trust and earn forgiveness. Shut the fuck up. The end. That's what I would say.
Shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up. How
tried
about
it.
that? How about keep your dick in your pants?
Literally.
Rather than try to regain their trust.
These bitches love to try it. That's
They
the thing.
do,
These rock star
Manny,
bitches, they love to try it.
They all love to try it. The athletes, too.
Oh, my God.
Girl.
You want to talk about
Girl.
crazy? Athletes and musicians, I think they're the worst ones of like the two. Or of like
Yeah.
any like sect of like,
Yeah.
you know, men in general. I feel like it's these athletes. Anyone that honestly, if you're traveling the world, that's the issue.
They act up.
They be acting up because they're like, oh, I'm in a different country.
Yep.
Ain't no one gonna find out I'm in a different country.
Girl, we all know.
Girl, you tried
Now
it.
we all know.
And look what happened. And now everything's
Ain't
your
nothing but trash. Honey.
It's crazy to me.
Yeah, exactly.
Honestly, I wish that the wife was like,
He
come
needs
back
to
to her.
go. He
You gotta
needs
go.
to go. And that is it for our rapid fire.
that's it. Had a lot of toppies.
We did. A
But
lot of
that's all.
toppies. A lot of toppies.
A lot of toppies that we had, but we
I wonder if
got
P.
through
Diddy's
them
out of jail.
already.
I wonder if he paid that bill.
I mean,
I
because
need
what
to
you
know.
have to pay 10% of a bail, so it's $5
Oh,
million.
okay. Well, yeah, of course he's paid that.
Right.
He's
So I think it's
definitely
the $5
he's
million.
definitely out. Do you know
I think
what?
that's how it works.
Do you know
You
what
pay
you
it.
have to do?
What?
You have to not sex traffic people. That's what you have to do
That's exactly what you have to do
to live a
Diddy.
good Christian life. Stop
Just
sex
don't
trafficking. Stop the racketeering. Stop the sex trafficking.
And with that,
We're gonna close today's
we're gonna
episode.
close today's episode, and I could not agree with you more. Don't be a dick,
And don't cheat.
and don't cheat. Don't be a dick. Don't cheat.
That one's a bad one too. Anyways, we love you guys.
Let us know what you thought of the topics. What are you guys' opinions? We love to hear the full fam sound off. You know we do.
And we'll see you in the next episode.
Bye.